Hello student. Today we are starting with a new chapter, lesson number 2, commercial crops from our subject agriculture, science and technology. Let us start with the new crop because during the last time we studied about traditional crop in chapter number 1st, and today we are starting with next topic, that one is commercial crops, from which sugarcane. Now you know student that sugarcane, from which total about 60% of sugar comes from sugarcane and 40% from sugar beet. And so in our India also, sugar industry is the largest processing industry next to cotton textile. Let us start with the botanical name. The species is Saccharum species, and from which genus? Genus are Saccharum officinarum, Saccharum barberi, Saccharum sinensis, Saccharum spontaneum, Saccharum robustum are the various kind of 5 species which are commercially grown for the cultivation of this sugarcane commercial crop. Then let us see the origin from which it comes, that is from the Indo-Myanmar border of the China, for as well as New Guinea. In North India mostly it is grown, in China and also in the India, and family is Gramineae. Uses: sugarcane is mainly grown for the manufacture of sugar, as we know. Jaggery means good, and khandesari are also prepared from this sugarcane juice. The green tops of that sugarcane plant are used as a forage for cattle. Cane trash means the sugarcane which is there, that trash after removing the juice is used as thatching material for huts and also used for preparing compost. The factory byproduct from the sugarcane, namely bagasse, molasses, pressed mud cake and wax, are obtained from this sugarcane. It is also used in tanning leather. For coloring this tanning leather, silvering mirrors, etc. Now let us see the soil used. Mainly the sugarcane which is there, it is grown on a wide range of soils. Mostly in Maharashtra, it is grown predominantly on medium black soils. The major requirement of soil, which is it grows best on well-drained fertile medium to heavy soils having 60 to 120 centimeter depth. The pH range of the soil must be 6.5 to 7.5. It is heavy feeder crop, hence not grown on light soils. For example, saline, alkaline and acidic soil. Which is this kind of soil? Is a sandy soil. Means the seashore or in the shore of the river, because that soil is not comfortable for growing sugarcane crop. Now kind of climate is needed, is a tropical crop but can be grown also in subtropical region. It requires warm and humid climate for growth, while cool, sunny and dry climate for maturity. For the growth, it need warm and humid climate and cool and sunny dry climate for the maturity. The temperature requirement is 30 to 35 degrees Celsius for 4 to 5 months and cooler climate for another 5 months. Means near about 1 year it is grown in the field or more than that. It does best with the 750 to 1250 mm annual rainfall or the requirement irrigation. If it is there, then it is required in large amount. Preparatory tillage. How the tillage before growing the sugarcane plant it is done. Sugarcane stand in the field for more than 1 year. Hence, the land should be prepared well by giving to deep ploughing, because deep ploughing is needed majorly for better cultivation. The clods of the farm are crushed with the clod crusher or Norwegian harrow. About 35 to 50 tons of farmyard manure, that is FYM, per hectare is added to soil. The second cross ploughing is given followed by 2 to 3 harrowings. Then the land is levelled with the help of planker and the beds are prepared. This is how the preparatory tillage is required before growing the sugarcane crop. Then next one is planting season and time. First season is January and February. Second pre-seasonal is October to November, means growing the sugarcane before season. So it is called as pre-seasonal, which is from October to November. Then Adsali sugarcane, which is there, it is grown in July to August month. This is the planting season and time for sugarcane growing. Then layout of land for planting and irrigation. Which kind of land is required? That is, first one here, small bed and ridges and furrow method. Means here what is done in this method, ridges and furrows are prepared in a small bed. Then I will show you the structure or figure for this ridge and furrow. Then serpentine method. In this serpentine method, slightly sloping land which is there, here ridges and furrows are drawn across the slope in a serpentine way, means in a snake way. Here I am showing the diagram for that. Here this is the ridges and furrow. Ridges means the high level land which is done with the help of a plough, and the pit, it is called as a furrow. This is ridges and this is furrow. Now here this is small bed with ridge and furrow, while here serpentine method means going through this, and this kind is a serpentine method from which the water will move across like a snake shape. Then next one is long furrow method. Long furrow method, here in this method where the land is already leveled, this layout is commonly used in the two ridges between, means here two ridges between two ridges, and here furrow which is there, the distance is 120 centimeter. Then planting method. Ridges and furrows method. This is the most common method of sugarcane planting followed in Maharashtra. Ridges and furrows method. This is the most common method of sugarcane planting followed in Maharashtra. Then also contour furrow method, pad row means patta row, etc. These are the methods which is for the layout of the land for planting and irrigation. Then next is the wet method. In this method is followed in light to medium soil. Irrigation is given to the field before plantation and then sets are planted by pressing them 2.5 to 5 centimeter deep in furrows with feet. Then next one is a dry method. This method is followed in heavy soils. Then next one is flat bed method. This method of planting is followed in UP and Bihar state etc. where land is plowed, harrowed and leveled and flat beds are prepared. Then Rayungan method. It is followed where high rainfall areas for adversely planting. Trank or Java method. This method is followed in a Java country and Mauritius island. In India, it is practiced in Assam where the mountain regions are there. Now seed rate. How much seed is required? Seed rate for sugarcane depends upon type of soil, source of water and types of varieties. Generally, 25,000 to 30,000 sets of 3i birds per hectares are required because here set is there. Set of the here if sugar cane, this one is cane and this is the set from which the new bird, here I am showing in the diagram, this is required. How many? 25,000 to 30,000 sets of 3i birds per hectare required. Then selection of seed or material crop. Set should be selected from healthy canes of well-manured and cared nursery. Usually, cane is cut into 3 bird set. Here, this if cane is there, then it is cut into 3 bird set. It is desirable for the farmer to raise his own separate seed or nursery crop. Then seed treatment, here we will call it as a set treatment because set is required. Set treatment with organomercurial fungicide is necessary for prevent the attack of seed-borne diseases. Treatment of carbendazim 0.1% or copper oxychloride is given against leaf spot. Rotting sets can be prevented by treating them with allogal or aeratron 0.5%. Also hot water treatment at 50° temperature for 2 hours at 52° temperature for half an hour is recommended to control grassy shoot or other viral diseases. It is grassy shoot and leaf scald can be controlled by moist or hot air treatment at 54°C and 99% humidity for 2 to 5 hours. Manures and fertilizer. Here I will show you the diagram for treatment, set treatment. See here how the set are cutted into pieces and they are being treated into the hot water or the treatment as I explained you in a chemical treatment. For example, carbendazim 0.1 or copper oxychloride is given against leaf spot. Got it? Yes. Now, manures and fertilizer. Sugar is a heavy feeder and long duration crop, so it require more manures. And the recommended dose of organic and inorganic fertile for Adsali, pre-seasonal and seasonal sugarcane crop is used. Inorganic fertilizers for Adsali, pre-seasonal and seasonal cane crop are given in table as follows. Gap filling, it is done after complete emergence of crop about 6 to 8 weeks after planting. Weed control, depending on the intensity of weeds, 2 to 5 hand weedlings should be given. Hoeing, about 2 to 3 hoeings are given by 2 tin hoes worked in the furrow to stir the soil and to remove weeds. Tagarni or Bal Bandhani. This operation is done when the crop is at 3 to 4 months old. Earthing up. It is done when the crop is 5 to 5.5 months old and 2 to 3 internodes are visible. Detrashing. Removal of some of the older leaves from the cane crop is known as detrashing. Mulching. Largest quantities of cane trash are stored along the boundaries of cane field, which can be used as mulch in furrows for conserving moisture. Propping or tying of cane plants. This operator is done to prevent lodging of cane crop. Some canes of two adjacent rows are brought together and tied by sugarcane levels or rope. Now here we know that the varieties which are there, these are so many varieties of the sugarcane, but today we are stopping here this lecture, and during the next lecture we will start with the varieties and also with the irrigation. Thank you, student.